We are now going on to general definitions, which is rule 3. And I would like one of you to start reading definitions one by one. Some of them are self-explanatory. Somewhere I will add whatever I need to. And if you have any doubts, most welcome to ask. Right, so can you start with reading definitions? Somebody here?
Rule 3. General definitions. For the purpose of this rule, except where the content otherwise requires.
Now, content otherwise requires, there will be certain rules, certain places where the contents are requiring otherwise. We will talk about it as we go on. But otherwise, these are the general definitions. Yeah.
A. The word vessel includes every description of watercraft, including non-displacement craft, VIG craft, and seaplanes, used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water.
So, very clear, anything, whether it is a fishing boat, ship, rescue boat, anything and everything is comes under that word vessel. So, if I say you are on an empty drum, 200 liters empty drum is floating on the water and you are sitting on top of that, do you come under the definition of vessel? Yes or no?
No.
Why not? Who says? What are you doing sitting on that and doing? You can paddle and use it to move from one place to the other. Used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. You seen these fishing guys, what they do? One wooden bloody plank, sometimes two tied together and they go fishing. Seen that? Is that a vessel or no? It is actually being used as a means of transportation. So anything and everything in this sense becomes under the definition of vessel. Oil rig. Are you moving from one place to the other on oil rig? Then how will it be a vessel?
She is capable of moving.
She is capable of being moved, but can you use it as a means of transportation? Right? So oil rig will not come under that. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay, next.
B. The term power-driven vessel means any vessel propelled by machinery.
Any vessel propelled by machinery. So if you have a propulsion system and it is being used, whether it is a steam engine or a motor engine or a battery operated engine, anything it is, as long as there is a propeller which is turning mechanically, power driven vessel being used, right? So it will come under power driven vessel. Yeah.
C. The term sailing vessel means any vessel under sail provided that propelling machinery, if fitted, is not being used.
So suppose you are using sails in addition to the propeller, then it is a power driven vessel. But if you are using only sail, not the propulsion system, then it is a sailing vessel.
D. The term vessel engaged in fishing means any vessel fishing with nets, lines, trawls, or other fishing apparatus which restrict maneuverability, but does not include a vessel fishing with trawling lines or other fishing apparatus which do not restrict maneuverability.
So, if your vessel is, let's say, stopped or an anchor or something, and some of the crew are engaged in fishing to catch some fresh fish and eat, do you come under fishing vessel? No. Because the definition is very clear, the gear should be obstructing the maneuverability. Otherwise, it is not a fishing vessel. Right? Yeah.
E. The word seaplane includes any aircraft designed to maneuver on water.
Seaplane is very clear. You can maneuver on water as well as in the air. So they could take off and land from water.
F. The term vessel not under command means a vessel which, through some exceptional circumstance, is unable to maneuver as required by this rule, and is therefore unable to keep out of the way of other vessels.
Due to special circumstances, is unable to navigate as required and hence not able to keep out of the way. So if your vessel is stopped, let's say you are in a place where you are waiting for instructions or something, you don't want to drop anchor, you are floating, everything is ready, engines are ready but they are not using and you are just floating there, or you are drifting with the currents. Are you not under command?
No, sir.
Because it is not a special condition, not a special circumstance which makes you not under command. Clear? So for not under command, you must have something, some special circumstance with you. Probably engine not working, probably steering not working, maybe something else. But some issue where you are not able to navigate as required by these rules and hence cannot keep out of the way. Right? So just to put off your engines and say I am not under command is not acceptable. Provided your engines are actually ready. Right? Yeah. Next.
G. The term vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver means a vessel which from the nature of her work is restricted in her ability to maneuver as required by this rule and is therefore unable to keep out of the way of other vessels.
Now here it says nature of work. Dredger, by nature of work is restrained ability to maneuver. Right? A vessel which is probably laying up buoys, picking up buoys or whatever, some navigational marks. By nature of work is restrained ability to maneuver. Right? This is not special circumstance. NUC was special circumstance for the vessel. This is nature of work. So they are two separate things. And you got two separate terms for that. The previous was not under command. This is restrained ability to maneuver. Yes.
Vessel involved in distress operations, like for searching, fishy ram,
Why?
तो she cannot maneuver.
Why can't you maneuver as required by the rules? Unless at that particular time she is picking up survivors and hence into a particular heading or something. That's a different thing. But basically she can navigate.
H. The term vessel constrained by her draft means a power-driven vessel which because of her draft in relation to the available depth and width of the navigable water is severely restricted in her ability to deviate from the course he is following.
See now here what happens, he says available sea room, not just in terms of underkill clearance, but also width of the navigable width of the channel. That means a vessel with low underkill clearance but having sufficient width of the channel cannot be called as restrained ability to maneuver. But a vessel, even if she's got a large underkill clearance but a low width of channel, she will definitely be restrained constrained by draft. Right? So term here is constrained by draft. So constrained by draft does not only apply in shallow waters, it is mainly talking of the navigable width of the channel, because ultimately when you are navigating and you have to move away from vessels, you need sea room either side, depending on which side you are altering course. So you need sea room on either side. So that's what we are looking at, sea room, not just the underkill clearance but the available sea room. Right?
I. The word underway means that a vessel is not at anchor or made fast to shore or aground.
That's very clear, I think. Underway means you are not tied up alongside, you are not at anchor, you are not aground. So basically you are just floating. You are floating and moving, drifting with the current, all that would be underway.
J. The word length and breadth of a vessel means her length overall and greatest breadth.
Obviously length overall means talking of entire length. So maximum length and maximum breadth, that's what he's basically saying.
K. Vessels shall be deemed to be in sight of one another only when one can be observed visually from another.
Now obviously this definition is important because here we are going to talk of which rules will apply. Vessels in sight of one another or vessels not in sight of one another. Right, here he is talking of vessels in sight, which means you should be in good visibility, should be able to see the other vessel clearly, then it is vessels in sight of one another. Any doubts in this? Any questions?
So like if we have a very good visibility and like with the naked eye we can only see up till 10 nautical miles and with binocular we can see up till like 18 nautical miles. So what we will consider inside of one?
Why can you see 10 and 18? What's the binocular only makes you see a far away thing nearby, isn't it? So how would that increase visibility?
Like sometime when on the horizon you are not able to see with the naked eye because of sunlight and all that.
That's good visibility still. If it is because of the sun that you are not able to see in that particular direction, that's not restricted visibility. When you come to restricted visibility, he will tell you what are the factors which can restrict visibility. This will be good visibility. Right? Yeah.
L. The term restricted visibility means any condition in which visibility is restricted by fog, mist, falling snow, heavy rain, rainstorm, sandstorm or any other similar causes.
So you can see these are natural causes. Fog, mist, sandstorms, rainstorms, etc., rain, etc. These are all natural causes which will reduce the visibility. For example, if you got a ship which is behind, let's say, a mountain, and you can't see because she is behind a mountain, so you will not say restricted visibility, isn't it? Right? It is still good visibility, but the ship is behind a mountain, so you can't see it. That's okay. It will still be good visibility in that case. So restricted visibility only when visibility is reduced due to any of these factors: fog, mist, sandstorm, rainstorm, rain, thunderstorm, all these factors. Right? Yeah.
M. The term wing in ground craft means a multimotor craft which in its main operational mode flies in close proximity to the surface by utilizing surface effect action.
This is just one more definition for wing in craft. Basically, again, same thing is similar to seaplanes. You can have different modes of transport. They are almost similar to seaplanes. Right? Yeah. Any questions, anybody?
So what is difference between making way and making way but stop?
Making way and making way, but how can it be making way but stop? It will be underway. Underway, making way, underway, not making way. These two terms are there. Right? So, what is underway and making way? What is underway and not making way? Making way is always making way through the water. So, if your engines are running, you are cutting the water, you are making way through the water. And if you are stopped, that means you are basically drifting with the current. So, through the water you are not moving, but you are just drifting. So, that will be underway and not making way. And underway and making way means when you are underway plus your engines are running, so you are making way, cutting through the water. Right? Yeah.
So in not under command, it said that a vessel will through some exceptional circumstance. Suppose if we are navigating in an ocean and because of some heavy weather, we are unable to give the if we are giving the helm also, it is not functioning. So then it would be the case of not under command.
No. What the external circumstance has to be with the ship. Here it is external. In rough weather, your helm is not responding. That is not exceptional circumstance.
So what if we have a crossing situation and we are supposed to be a giveaway vessel and we have heavy swell on the right hand, and if we order to starboard, we have the beam or the swell on our beam, which we cannot do. We have to do small alterations only.
No, but why alteration? Why not reduce speed?
Reduce speed is option.
So you have that option of reducing speed, do that. Why even small alteration? Right? In fact, when we go on to crossing situations, I will do cases where reduction of speed does help you. We will do that in crossing when we come to crossing. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? Anybody?